Croptastic, the podcast by InnerPlant. I'm Sean Yokomizo, and this is a very special episode of Croptastic, coming to you from here in the Midwest. Now, the idea behind this podcast episode is that we're going to be doing some visits to sites for our CropVoice field days that are going to show off our CropVoice product, how it works in the field, some of the technology at play, and how it delivers disease alerts to farmers in season. Our CropVoice field days will take place in 3 sites this summer: July 28th in Stewardson, Illinois, July 30th in Perry, Iowa, and August 1st in York, Nebraska. We're also planning another field day on August 5th in Perry, Iowa. For that event, we'll give guests a tour through the growing season in the year 2030 and show them how InnerPlant's technology will evolve into the future alongside our current commercial CropVoice deployment. As you can imagine, there's a good amount of planning that goes into these events, and part of that process is visiting the sites to understand what logistics are needed. So I'm embarking on a whirlwind tour of the Midwest to visit our field day sites, and joining me on the road is our videographer Vlad Perlovich. We'll be shooting some video and catching up with some of the InnerPlant team based here in the Midwest. We hope you'll ride along with us for this behind-the-scenes peek at our 2025 field day planning effort. We start our tour in Stewardson, Illinois with our friends at Syntech Research, who are hosting one of our research plots this summer, along with our first CropVoice field day on July 28th. So here in Stewardson, Illinois, I'm joined by my new friend here in the field. You can see here we have the first emergence of our soybeans. We're going to break this plot into different technology areas. We'll be talking about pathogens in one area. We'll have some farm bots doing some science in another area. We'll be showing off our CropVoice product as well. So we're super excited to be able to have the opportunity to show this to retailers and farmers, pull the veil back on the technology, and really give some insight into how we're delivering these disease alerts in season. So we're still here in Stewardson, Illinois at our CropVoice plot. You can see Bob Starkey in the background and Sydney Scott in the background. Bob's our field agronomist and Sydney is our sales territory manager here in Illinois. They're deploying the sensory equipment that will detect the signal from our inner soy fungal sensors. And this is the real heart of the CropVoice system that detects the actual infection in the beans and then alerts farmers to the danger. We finished up at our plot in Stewardson and hit the road for Perry, Iowa. The usual 6-hour drive did take us a bit longer as the Midwest weather delivered a tornado warning as we approached the Illinois-Iowa border. But we were able to share the excitement and visit with some of the locals in the dark after the power went out. So we left Stewardson, Illinois and our friends at Syntech Research. Made it through the night after a little couple of scares with some tornado warnings, a proper Midwest welcome. We made it here to Perry, Iowa, where our friends at DM Research are helping us out with some experiments here in the field. This will be the site of our July 30th and August 5th field days. This is one of our research plots where we have different experiments going on. So when we have our field days here, we'll be able to set up different demos. We have a lot to show off in our Perry field, which is why we chose it as the site for both our CropVoice field day on July 30th and our field day 2030 on August 5th. The CropVoice field day will give farmers and retailers a look at the technology we have in fields this summer that underpins our CropVoice product. We already have farmers signed up who have started receiving twice-monthly scouting reports and will receive disease alerts when the CropVoice network detects a confirmed infection. The CropVoice field day will give those farmers the opportunity to see firsthand how we're detecting disease and meet with our agronomist. So this is a great opportunity to pull the veil back on our technology and show people how we're helping farmers today detect disease early, as well as how that technology is going to progress forwards towards 2030, which is the theme of our August 5th field day. Our August 5th field day will give guests a tour through the growing season in the year 2030 and show them how InnerPlant's technology will evolve into the future alongside our current commercial CropVoice development. From Perry, we hit the road again for the 3.5-hour drive to York, Nebraska. Of course, no epic road trip is complete without an equally epic playlist to keep the energy high. Get on the road again. My love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. Tree road, lots of corn and soybeans on the road again. Here I am, driving through corn.
3 hours later.
Just can't wait to get on the road again. Making music with my friends, on the road again. 3.5 hours, still on the road again. Lots of corn on the road again. Lots of soybeans on the road again. That's all I've seen for like 3.5 hours. Yep, and I'm still on the road again. It's 0 dark 30 here in York, Nebraska. We're heading down about 2.5 hours away to interview one of our CropVoice customers, and then we're going to drive back up here to York to visit our CropVoice field day plot. So getting an early start in the day here in the Midwest. So we finally made it here to York, Nebraska. This is the site of our August 1st CropVoice field day. We're out here in the rain, which seems a fitting end to our epic trip across the Midwest as we visited all 3 plots. Remember, we started in Stewardson, Illinois, which is the site of our CropVoice field day on July 28th. Our second stop was Perry, Iowa, the site of our CropVoice field day on July 30th. And here we are in York, Nebraska, standing in the rain. Hopefully it'll be less rainy and we'll have much bigger plants on August 1st when we have our CropVoice field day out here. But this has been a great opportunity to kind of pull the curtain back behind the scenes on what we're putting together for these field days. I hope you're able to come and join us because it's going to be a lot of fun to be able to see how the CropVoice system works in the field, get a look at the technology, talk to our field agronomists and our sales team, and really get a feel for how the system is working to help keep farmers alerted to disease. We're back at the hotel after going around all over the Midwest. Just got back from York, and now we're getting ready just to overnight before we finish up tomorrow and head home. But we're really proud because the condition of the vehicle, how we're leaving it, it's absolutely filthy. Been taken through the ringer. You can see just we have taken this car through the entire of the Midwest. No prisoners. I hope you've enjoyed this special edition of the Croptastic podcast, where we've given you a behind-the-scenes look of the work that goes into putting on our CropVoice field days for this season. Remember, they're going to be in Stewardson, Illinois on July 28th, then Perry, Iowa on July 30th, and then again here in York, Nebraska on August 1st. Love to see you come on out. If you have any thoughts or feedback for us, hit us up on LinkedIn or at Twitter at @inner_plant. And as always, thanks for watching.